and it feels important right now because of everything we're seeing in the Twin Cities area with ICE. Um, and also, I think this memory might have gotten triggered because the other day, Vance Bolter, the man who killed Melissa Hartman and her husband and their dog, um, he had a hearing. And so I think that triggered this. But so in 2022, after I was a whistleblower and had been speaking out for a couple of years about abuse and the cover up I went through in the church, um, I ended up being ganged up on by several churches. And in 20 June of 2022, weird things started happening and I was being stalked and weird gaslighting tactics, a lot of things that tactics that I am observing and a lot of people are observing ICE using. But one really strange thing that happened during that period that spooked me and scared me, um, I was on my phone and I was trying to send a message um, to a woman that was in ministry, and her husband actually works for Homeland Security. But she belongs to a church that is Assemblies of God, and she had a ministry. And I thought at that time that she was on my side. I had trusted her with a lot of that information of what the abuse and what was happening. And I didn't realize at that moment when I was messaging her because I was very scared because I knew I was being followed and stalked by a dark SUV, tinted windows. And I knew that because I'd had my grandkids in the car during this one time that it happened. And I kept driving around trying to lose them, and I'd pull over and they'd pull over a little ways behind me, and it would scared me. So I was trying to message her, but as I was typing, um, my phone would just keep deleting everything I typed. Like it wouldn't I would type a message and before I could send it, it would just like erase it as if I was erasing it, but I wasn't. And it wouldn't let me send her this message. And I was spooked at the time and I was thinking, well, is this the Holy Spirit? Or is there some weird technology that I don't know about? Like, what is happening? And I did end up finding out later that she had kind of turned against me and I didn't know and was involved in some of the organized abuse and whatever, these plots against me. I think she actually became deceived herself about me, um, and since has changed her mind about that. But and I'm not in communication with her, but I do know that she knows now the truth. But that was a really strange thing. The reason that all of that has been started coming up for me again is um it's a mystery who was following me, whether it was people from the church or whether it was some type of law enforcement. I don't know. But the tactics that were being used, my neighbors were used against me. I had people, maybe they had informants, paid informants or whatever, that were watching me, that lived around me, and just different strange things. Um, but ever since Vance Bolter, that situation happened, it made me wonder because he had like a security or surveillance company, and he was also connected into these Christian and evangelical churches. So it just has left this mystery, like who was that did that against me? And I don't need to know the answers anymore, but um, yeah, that was a strange thing, and I don't know if it was God or if somebody was actually able to tap into my phone and do that. So, not sure. But I'm not going to seek out the answer, but if it does happen to come to me, I'll post an update about it. But anyway, like I said, this is a test to see how it goes going live. And I have a really good presentation actually. So I'm going to do it. I normally go live Saturday evenings on my Facebook platform, Secret Place Live. But I want to try this platform out um, because it just seems like it's a more safe and supportive venue or, you know. But the live stream that I'm doing gonna be doing is about Jesus returning. And a lot of the information in this live stream, I think is really empowering for people and probably information that a lot of um, religious organizations would not want people to know, because it's very empowering. So I'm excited to get on and present this, and I'm going to attempt to do it again this evening. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm just testing this out to see how it works, and yeah. So hopefully I'll be back tonight. Love you guys.